We're at John O Groats.
The very, very tip of Scotland. But the real question is,
how did we get here?
Hi, we're Ben and Shelley, and if you're new here, we travel a lot. In our last video, we were busy converting our small SUV into a camper setup. Now it's time to put it to a test, and what better way to do that than take on one of the world's most famous road trips, the NC500 in Scotland. The NC500 route runs the full coastal length of northern Scotland and is renowned as one of the most epic drives in the world. So of course we had to give it a go. Another excuse to visit Scotland was that my best mate Nick lives all the way up in Nairn with his now wife, and Shelley had her hen do in Edinburgh, so it seemed only logical to pay them a visit. Nick took us out to explore Loch Ness. We strained our eyes looking, but alas, we couldn't see any signs of the monster. We then jumped in the car to Foyers Falls, an amazing walking trail and waterfall just down from the loch. We were only scratching the surface on what Scotland had to show us, and already it was absolutely beautiful. Little did we know just what we were in for over the next week. After our hike through the forest, we worked up a thirst, so headed back to Inverness for a couple of drinks. When we set off from Nairn on our NC500 route, we headed an hour north to our first stop, the Golspie Burns Falls. This little 2-kilometre trail culminates in a beautiful waterfall that I hadn't told Shelley about.
classic. Just popped out for our first walk on the NC500. It's raining, but we are going to see a waterfall. So I'm hoping this is just going to add to the ambience. I mean, it's only spitting. It's really not that bad. And of course we packed our wet weather gear. Very calm and peaceful. You can just see the little raindrops. I mean, it's barely raining. It's totally fine. This is what you expect when you come to Scotland, right? How nice is this today? There's a duck out there. The sun is out. But it's still raining.
Oh, you can probably hear it. It's roaring.
I think it's gonna get pretty. It's so green. Oh my god. Another waterfall, waterfall number 2. Absolutely, it's a ripper, this one. Not running. Oh, actually there's one here. This is good. We were disappointed about this. But now I look at it more, I think it may just be a landslide, and this is pretty cool, but I don't want my lunch. Just like that, it stopped raining. Time to dry out our rain jackets, hit the road, and
On to the next stop.
I think we're gonna try and see some really cool castle. But now, let's jump in, go for a drive. Look at this. We are just making a snack out of the back of the car. I cannot tell you how much I've missed this. So simple.
We just spoke to my mum. It's her birthday today, and she says it's super rainy and cold back home down south. So we've obviously brought the nice weather with us, which is an absolute win.
Up to the north.
Yep.
Castle time, let's go. Blue skies, castle, come at us.
Just up from the falls was the Dunrobin Castle. It's a stunning castle right on the water's edge, but you've got to pay to do anything with this place. And as we're on a bit of a tight budget, admired it from the outside and carried on driving.
There's a goat. Oh, it's a dog. Oh my god, I need help today.
I also love your excitement at seeing a goat.
It was cute. It's because it was a
Because
dog.
it was a dog, that's why it was cute. More of a Sony guy now. 15 quid each, just to even go into the gift shop.
Oh, it's not too bad. That's like for the museum and the castle and the gardens, but we're on a tight budget, so took a few photos from the outside and heading back to the car. How cool our new car is. Yes, roof. That is used in Scotland. No way. Now we get to drive past a castle. We're just having a giggle to ourselves because we've driven 80 miles, so just over 120k, something like that.
Yeah.
Be prepared. We have enough food to last us for at least 7 days. We made sure just in case the esky is no good. You know, we've really got the water under wraps. You know, prepared for the apocalypse. We've driven past at least 5 towns, and I think they all have a co-op, like a decent supermarket, not even a corner store. And I just we're realizing road tripping in the UK is a little less remote than Australia.
Yeah.
And this is a pretty remote road trip you can do here. This is about as remote as they get, and it's beautiful. This weather is amazing, but we're just giggling at ourselves about how prepared we are. I mean, it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared.
Exactly. But in Australia, we'd be like, oh, no fuel for 300 miles.
Kilometers.
No 350 kilometers. Out here, it's like...
Oh, we saw a sign. There was no fuel for 70 miles. That was it. That's so normal. It's just...
Oh, but look at this view.
Yeah, it's springtime now, and the yellow balsams, trees, I don't know, it's so stunning. The shrubs all look very yellow and welcoming. Oh, look at this cute little house. Oh my gosh. I didn't see that in Australia.
The drive up the east coast is truly stunning, with amazing cliffs, rolling hills and lush forests. And before we knew it, we had churned through the miles and made it to the Walligo Steps.
We're here at the Walligo Steps, right on the coast. We're about half an hour out of John O Groats, maybe a bit more. And we're about to check out this insane view.
We've had rain, we've had sunshine, now we're getting wind and it's getting cold. How beautiful!
You gotta come.
What is it?
There's a waterfall just here. So I'm not good with heights, and that was a bit too much for me. Got the old wobbly knees going. But incredible view nonetheless.
Next up, John O Groats. We'd made it to the tip of Scotland.
Look, we've been here. We've been all the way down here. It was only a couple months ago too.
12,875.
Some footage in on Nova Top. 12,000 miles.
Nearly 13,000 miles.
We have started down here. We have gone done this much. 20%.
If you're looking for an amazing place steeped in Scottish history, then this probably isn't the place for you. In reality, it's a bit of a tourist trap with somewhat tacky shops selling all manner of trinkets and things that you don't really need, but it's great for a photo op with the sign, and that's exactly what we did. But if you're in John O Groats and you're not the driver, there is a really smart distillery that of course we had a little sample of. It was an absolutely beautiful sunset that night, so we headed up to the Dunskirby Head Lighthouse and went for a walk, and boy are we glad that we did.
Honestly, if you told me that I was in Scotland and this was what it was like, I would not believe you. Look at this view. This is absolutely unreal. And the sun coming in. It's actually not too cold, it's just a bit windy, hence the beanie. But, oh my gosh. This is unreal. This is so beautiful.
Shelly, what is it?
Puffins are known as sea parrots because of their striking colours and are mainly found on rocky outcrops offshore and can live up to 20 years old. There is also over 1 million puffins in the UK, but because of their often remote nests are not too common to find. That evening, we drove on around to Dunnet Bay for dinner and a view.
Not bad for our first park up in Scotland. Our second night ever in the car. First time cooking actually. And so far so good. We've got these fancy new little removable handle things and the world's quickest and easiest meal. Some frozen veggies, bag rice that you fry and a bit of chorizo, and I just chucked a tin of tomatoes in there because we are starving. It's like 8 p.m. but look at this, it's like so light. It's amazing. Oh, that was so cold. Cold, it's frozen. That was just frozen veggies. Yep.
We can't believe how much we fit into just one day, and we still have so much more to see. So join us next time as we continue on our route around the infamous NC500.